Right then, so let's have a look at how you read a bore micrometer. Let's see, what do we already know? We've used an external micrometer and we know that each one of these divisions is 0.01. So what they've done on a bore micrometer is they've split that division in half, and now, as you see, it's written on here that each one of these little divisions now is 0.005 of a millimeter. So they've just split it in half basically. So now it's exactly the same. From there to there is 0.01, but from there to there is 0.005. Just the same as the micrometer. From 0 to 0 you have 0.5 of a millimeter, but the only difference with a bore mic, and exactly the same as the depth mic, is that now the scale is running from right to left instead of left to right on an external micrometer. And before, as you wound this out, you revealed the size which you're measuring. In this case, on a bore micrometer, we're now winding it clockwise. We're covering up the figures that's giving us the reading. So, for example, if we go back to here, and we're now exactly on 20 millimeters, we're taking this line here, the edge of the thimble is giving us our reading in line with that scale here. So we're on exactly 20. If we continue to move, we're now covering up the 20, and we're now at 20.2. If we continue to go around to the half a mil increment, we're now at 20.5. So when you're reading this, basically you need to look at what figure is being covered up, whether you've reached the half a mil increment on the bottom, on the other side of the scale, and then you need to add on the thimble. So it's exactly the same. It's all we're doing is, instead of revealing the figure on an external mic, on a bore micrometer, we're covering up that figure and we have to work back. So in the case of this figure here, how are we going to measure this? We're going to go 25, 24, 23, 22. So it's 21 point something. Are we covering up the half a mil increment on the other side? Yes, we are. So we need to add on 0.5, and then we need to add on our thimble, which is another 0.3. So that's 24, 23, 22, 21.5 plus 0.3 is 0.8. 21.8. Okay, and if we carried on around to our next 0, that would now have taken us to 25, 24, 23 to 22 mil exactly. So, to recap, exactly the same as a micrometer, apart from we've just split this line in half. We're going up in 0.005 increments, but the 01 line is drawn the same. The revolution is exactly the same. From 0 to 0, it's still half a millimeter, but the difference now is we're going from right to left with our reading instead of left to right on an external micrometer, and instead of revealing the dimension that we're reading, we are covering it up. So you have to work backwards with your measurement. So if we're measuring here, we're going 25, 24, 23, 22, and that's exactly 22 millimeters. Hope that's been helpful. Bye.